Yo.
Yes,
sir. Big hot, big six, bigger business. It's a lot of business we got to tend to, man.
It's a lot going on, man.
But first thing first, man, we ain't going to be able to zoom in. We just got to say thank y'all so much. Let me get over to Instagram. We hit our for the first time ever on our Instagram, we hit how many views?
First time ever for 99 to 2000, baby.
1 million views, baby. 1 million views on Instagram. I don't know if y'all can see that. Hell nah. But we got the 1 million views on Instagram on the real. We appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all. Definitely jumped our followers up on Instagram.
Let's clap it up, man.
Let's clap it up, man. We still, and that's Instagram, bigger.business, BIZNESS. So if y'all see us on any of these other platforms, please follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, anywhere you can find us at. Please follow us.
Couldn't have done it without y'all, baby.
Couldn't have done it without y'all. We still got a long way to go, though. But we here, though. You know what I'm saying? So let's jump into our topics today.
No, hold on. It's been a lot. You know, just like some side notes I got.
Okay.
The whole no jumper fiasco.
Oh, I did want to touch on that. We ain't got that with Almighty.
With Almighty,
I'm glad. I ain't gonna say I'm glad Almighty out there, but
no, I mean, you know,
he get on little mama status sometimes.
He be getting, you know, I don't know what he doing. Maybe the purse or something like that, but
that's sir.
Yeah, you know, whatever it is it comes from a based opioid type of medication. Yeah. You feel me? Because he be snappy. The spitting.
The spitting in the knife is crazy.
The spitting. I mean, because you knew that ass whooping was coming.
No.
You feel me? You know that ass whooping was coming.
I forget cuz name, but he's soft smoking. I want to say the real, but I don't want to.
Yeah, but that nigga still 200 pounds.
He's still 250, 260.
All he got to do is fall on Almighty.
And he let him know I do Muay Thai.
Oh, yeah, you don't want no problems.
He said, I do all that. I'm finna go fight once we lose the studio right now, so I'm not worried about you, little light-skinned brother. You know what I'm saying? We can get it up. But
go ahead.
If you spit, don't whip out a knife. What'd you finna say?
I was gonna say, if somebody spit at me or on me, don't get in between it. Let me do what I gotta do to this person. Evidently, they want everything that come with that. Mm-hmm. I was raised, you spit on somebody, you want death. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the margin of error is death.
Period.
You feel me? Now, I know you ain't gonna let me kill him in the studio in front of y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's a lesson that needs to be taught. You feel me? And this is for everybody else's sake in this room, and it's mainly for this brother's sake. Everybody else's sake, don't ever try and do what he think he did and think somebody gonna just jump up and say y'all like it was just planned. Like, oh, for views, spit on them and then we'll just stop it before we get physical. No. This is for everybody in the room. Don't spit at me. And then for this brother to save him from losing his life out here in the streets, spitting on somebody and then trying to whip out a knife is crazy work. You feel me? So
he knew somebody was gonna step in front of him.
Oh yeah, of course.
And then pulling out the knife, sucking this. But yeah, I already told you about my story about when somebody spit on me. If y'all ain't seen it, look it up. But it's not no talking. That's like, yeah, the margin of error is death because it can go so far.
You can go so far.
That's an instant blackout. All you're gonna see is red.
Yeah, it's rage. And his finance.
And that's that. You know what I'm saying? So
he got fired.
I was gonna say that.
He got fired. I watched I tuned in to
Sharp.
Yeah, Sharp. Yeah. You know saying how he just was a replacement for him, you know. Adam tweets it on me like the ism on there and all like that. I just wanted to, touch on that. Mm-hmm. You know, shout out to Kai Senate for the streaming university.
That's going up.
It's going up. It's a lot of people dropping. A lot of people got fired. Mm-hmm. Or expelled and all like that.
So DDG still on there?
I think he got expelled because he threw a party, or he got fired because he was actually a part of the show, or something like that, some of that nature. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then one more thing, what it's about No Jumper? They're saying your boy Poetic Flacco is funky. That's all. Yeah. You saw that?
I seen somebody bust him out about stinking. Yeah. It's believable because he hella big and his thighs hella big. So.
And he already talked about how he had a problem with odor and all like that. But,
I mean, it's natural. He got to take a bath every day. He can't just take.
No, he can't. No, he got really sit and linger in that water. Mm-hmm. For me, when you're in that water with the Epsom salt.
Yeah, you got damn near drain it halfway through and then pour more soap in there and fill the water back up.
Yeah, something like that.
While you in the bath.
Something like that, because that's the biggest turn off, you know, from woman to woman. I mean, a woman to man, man to woman. You feel me? Just or just even like, you know, just anything, doing business or whatever. Come sit down with me podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to cut this short. The baby needs cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
The dog need gunpowder. I gotta get up out of here. You feel me? So, but that's all. You know, just a little jump in on that little news.
Yeah, that's a quick news blast. Very useful news that you can use.
Just with the mess.
And this YouTube world. But let's get to the elephant in the streets right now, man. After your boy Tory done got poked up 18 times, now
phone trip.
We get new evidence. Let's watch it and then let's break it down. Let's watch it first. Let me turn this down a little bit.
Your phone's on.
What's that?
Do you think we can go to jail?
I don't know. We're trying to figure it all out.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you guys cooperate with us and you guys tell us what happened, we'll go accordingly, okay? But if you guys are not telling us, if you guys are, you know, then I don't think...
I really cannot go to jail.
Okay.
I cannot have that on my image.
Okay. So how did that happen to you?
Glass.
Glass? Where?
Where we were coming from. But I'm not from here, so I...
Okay. I didn't get shot.
Oh, you did it? No, ma'am. I mean, no, sir.
The gun, and the girl shoots it. So the driver's door's open.
You're seeing the girl shoot?
Can I help you? I think, is it this house?
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
So you see the girl doing the shooting?
I see what appears to be the girl standing here and shooting into the car. That's what it looked like to me. But it was dark and I'm above, so...
So that was a mixture of two clips coming from the crime scene the night of the Thee Stallion shooting. One, her saying that she stepped on glass. Two, what it sounds like is an English gentleman saying she seen a girl standing right here shooting. Now, it got a little muffled right there, so I can't 100% say, but for the most part, that's what it sounds like. Excuse me. God, bless you. Thank you. Now, this has been introduced to the public as new evidence. Reading the comments to these videos, I've seen a lot of young ladies say that this was in the first trial, but Megan said that she lied to cover up for Tory because she initially didn't want him to go to jail. And people saying that was already introduced in the first trial, that happened to be a mistrial, but it wasn't reintroduced. It didn't come back into the second trial, which ultimately got Tory Lanez locked up. The English man interview, I never heard it before. I can't say I was following the trial as closely as it was going on because it seemed kind of weird to me. I didn't think Tory was actually going to get booked, but he did. And this is the evidence that they got presented to the public at this point in time in their campaign to get Tory Lanez out of jail. What did you take from this interview?
She clearly said she didn't get shot. She was covering up. I don't know. You get shot and the suspect's still probably 100 yards away from you. No tears, no nothing, her answers were fluid and clear and they came like this, so it wasn't like too much thinking. I don't know how much more evidence do you need to say that Tory didn't do this, and it's just messed up because the man is still locked up. He's still incarcerated, whether he's at a infirmary or somebody's hospital. The man is still locked up. He still doesn't have his freedom, and for the last week, it's been this, it's been that, it's been lack of evidence, more evidence to prove a lack of evidence. This witness saying what he said kind of coincides with what the security guard said. It's just, I already said Tory Lanez is not going to get freed off this. It was a plan and a play set in motion. They pressed play and everything unfolded just how the defense attorney wanted it to. You feel me? And it's just messed up because it's in our face. No Diddy, it's blatantly in our face that Tory Lanez is innocent. That's what it's looking like so far, especially on the internet airways and all like that. And then out here in the streets at these press conferences, it just looked like Tory Lanez is free, and Megan is a liar and a habitual liar. You know what a lot of people are trying to, I guess I'll say Megan fans are saying.
Mm-hmm.
The text of him apologizing and all. Have you seen that?
I heard a phone conversation.
A phone conversation.
Yeah, with him apologize. Like I'm so drunk, man. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that.
What do you think that's from? What do you think was the nucleus or the point behind that apology?
If he didn't shoot him, is that they figured out that he was banging both of them.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. That's exactly what I took from it.
It's like, okay, he was already banging Kelsey.
Mm-hmm.
It came to the light that Meg Thee Stallion banged Kelsey, which would be the fuel to the fire that would make Kelsey get angry. Like, you already a rich celebrity, and I'm messing with Toy. Why do you gotta come, do the huckabuck with my man? You can go mess with anybody. Why you gotta mess with my man? Females get real catty, and I can see it blowing up. And if Kelsey has a gun, she might pop a shot. Females will shoot you these days. Period, point blank. Especially if there's alcohol involved. And then from what it says, she shot in the air. So it wasn't like she was shooting in the air and they say Tory grabbed the arm, it went off a couple more times and it bounced up and maybe hit Meg in the foot. But then how do you get hit in the foot right here if somebody not aiming at you on second thought? It's no mistaking a bullet hole. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless the bullet fragment hit the ground and went in her foot, okay. But you can clearly see her get out the car, step on glass, right, in one video. Now she's telling the police officer the glass cut her foot. Mm-hmm. In court, you have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that this person is guilty of the crime they're accused of. There's a lot of reasonable doubt in this case.
It's too much.
Too much reasonable doubt in this case, which is why I don't believe he should have been convicted. Whether or not you want to say he did or not, it's a lot of reasonable doubt.
Now, I heard, I forgot who, probably was like Whack or somebody like that, but they were saying, maybe Megan Thee Stallion was like, incoherent when, just hella drunk when this happened, when this took place. Mm-hmm. And she probably don't know what happened. From watching that video, she sounded pretty clear-headed. I mean, when police come around, you get pretty...
Yeah, it's sober you up.
You sober up. But bullet hole, bullet fragment, whatever, it's gonna burn. I can see Kelsey pulling a gun out. Megan is a stallion. She's about 6 foot?
That's a big woman.
That's a big woman. So
5'10", 5, somewhere in that. That's big for a woman.
That's big for a woman. Young at that. It's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate. Tory's still locked up. Almost lost his life. Megan out here running around, whether she knows or she don't know. Somebody told her. So she's not oblivious to it anymore. She knows what's going on. And I also heard that even if Kelsey wanted to say that, hey, you know what, it was me or something like that, she'd still go to jail. She got the immunity and all like that.
They're gonna threaten her with it for sure.
Yeah, she, because the feds don't play that.
I went through this with
you still gotta understand, and took oath.
Perjury.
Mm-hmm.
Went through this with, a loved one case when a quote unquote victim recanted their statements. They still say, hey, no, we don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? And if you keep going with this, they threaten this person with jail. So it basically got thrown out. That's why when I look at this case now, this is not Tory Lanez $1 million defense team, but when the judge and the courts want somebody and they got somebody, it's hard to just undo it. You gotta go through you're gonna have to go through scrutiny. You're You're gonna have to really that person's gonna have to stand in the fire, stand through threats, and really make it a point to want to come see you come home. And they will try to deter her with saying, hey, you know, if you change your story, you're going to jail, right? Hey, you know, if this is going to happen, that's going to happen. So this person has to be beyond selfless to get you free, which if they were that type of character, you probably wouldn't be in there in the first place. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it seemed like an uphill battle for Tory. I mean, this is public perception that they're trying to sway, which is cool, it's working, but public perception doesn't always lead to freedom. It got to get back in the trial unless Gavin Newsom just sees this and pardons him. But then there is always, I got to be the devil's advocate, there is always stuff that we might not be privy to that might not play in Tory Lanez's favor. So we don't know all that. They're giving us the bits and pieces, which, you know, very, very, very convincing. To me, I'd be like, okay, she said she stepped on glass. Dude said a female shot her. She switched her story up, talking about he was shooting through the window, but next thing you know, he's shooting through the back street. It's a lot of inconsistencies in the story. And if it was something that didn't have to do with a black man going to jail, them inconsistencies would get stuff thrown out like, man, who is this brother on here lying? He switched his story, man. We don't care about what he got to say. That's why A$AP Rocky got let out, because it's just when it's another brother that's just, you know, criminal record and stuff. Once you switch your story up or say something different, you done. But since it's Meg Thee Stallion, since Rock Nation's behind her, Tory Lanez is sitting, and he really would have been out already, right? He only got like 3 years. All that only held 3 years or something. They gave him like an extra 5 to 7 for a gun enhancement. So not only did they convince him, they threw the book at him, which is crazy. So like, what was that about? You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest issue with the whole thing. That's not my biggest issue. The biggest issue is he's possibly sitting up in the infirmary stabbed 18 times because somebody lied on him. That's the real biggest issue. But then the second issue is, why y'all throw the book at him for something that's so unsturdy? You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It's like I said, that seemed like it was the play. This took place in L.A., right?
Mm-hmm.
L.A. County Police got to do better, man. There was definitely a gun discharge at the scene of the crime.
Mm-hmm.
And for her, so there should have been, a gun residue test, all like this.
Everybody.
For everybody, fragments that were found, you feel me? They should have been, kept in a secure place and not lost. And just, a better job at CSI, It should be a crime scene investigation. It should have been a way better job. She said she wasn't shot, said she stepped on some glass. And then you have a neighbor of that neighborhood saying that somebody possibly, a woman was possibly standing outside her window and fired into the car or something like that, or towards the ground. It should have been. And like I said, not normally because they do make mistakes, but I'm just saying this cold case seemed like it was rushed from the investigation to the trial to everything. And like they already had their mind up that Tory Lanez was going to jail, and that he was going to do this time. And they saying this is because Tory Lanez, right, like during COVID when he came out with that he came out with some of
the radio, COVID radio, Instagram radio.
Yeah,
when they were just on there doing the most on there, he was going up getting 2 million views.
And then he did the NRTs.
NFTs, yeah.
NFTs and collected all that money and talking about how he defeated the code and broke the industry and all like that. A lot of people saying that, a lot of Tory Lanez fans are saying like this is one of the real reasons why he,
that could be very valid.
So
Meg Thee Stallion, any bad publicity, bad PR on Meg Thee Stallion at that moment in time, like, okay, if Tory didn't go down and Megan was the victim, Kelsey would have had to go down. Why did Kelsey shoot Meg Thee Stallion? Because she had sex with Kelsey's boyfriend, Tory Lanez, and it looks bad. And I don't know, but she said, I can't go to jail. That was the first thing she said, I can't go to jail. This just looks bad for me, who I am. So if that's what's on your head, that you can't go to jail, and they know they got you, and they want this other person, well, you don't want to tell your friend because, damn, I'm telling you because I had sex with your dude. You got angry. Now I'm telling you and get you locked up. That don't support that whole bad girl narrative, whatever they call it.
It wouldn't have been no sympathy for her.
Yeah.
Her having Tory sent to jail was way more. People were way more sympathetic. You know,
Yeah.
a woman shooting a woman ain't that bad. You know, it is what it is. You know, it happens every day. But you know, getting shot by a man takes away from the fact that you were a drunk. You being freak nasty, a drunk floozy. You know, being freak nasty, backdoored your partner. You feel me, for her man, and you know, just not a good look for this image that you want out there. You know, and
I don't like her music, man. I don't keep it real. She had a couple songs that got a little bop to it, but when you listen to it, it's just like, what? And Megan wasn't even like that going on. She was like a straight A student at one of them historically black colleges and stuff. It's like it was a lot of images you could have put out there besides this ego that you put up. And you know, niggas do it too. They make this false ego, and you know you went to college or you was never like that in the street, but all of a sudden you big bad tough man, that 100 bands, 100 rounds man. You know what I'm saying? But for the females, it's like, I'm just this big tough woman. I don't need no nigga, blah, 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 blah. But you out here slutting yourself around in the industry trying to fuck with whoever gonna hold you and keep you and get your little money back, to your Ori. But you just big and aggressive, and he's like a big ass cow. I mean, big ass horse. You named after a horse, Meg Thee Stallion. Like, I don't like the music, man. When you listen to it, it's like, what the fuck is, turn this off. You know what I'm saying? I could deal with some glow. I can even deal with Sexy Red. Don't even get it. That might be worse. But Sexy give it to you kind of like in a non-hella disrespectful way. Sometimes Glow really be trying to be too tough too with the, I don't need no all that. But Meg Thee Stallion, I just never cared for it, honestly. Not that got nothing to do with her and Tory, but it all go hand in hand to me. Yo, this little fake persona you got going on.
Yeah, I think she's been a jump off for a long time. I think she's been a jump off for a long time. And that's what has just been her image, you know. Now it's slowly but surely coming out. I mean, it was coming out right after he went down, you know, so that she was moving like that. Unfortunate, man. That's why I don't like to deal with the person that don't know how to handle their liquor, man.
That's a big, tall, aggressive jump off too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good time. That's a good time.
I got a call right now, so it must be bad news. Oh yeah. Knicks won. It's a series, baby. 111-94. Kitty. You know who that's for. Yeah, it's 2-3 still. Mm-hmm. So they finna go back to who had the higher seed? Sorry to interrupt y'all with this. But either way, they're going back. I feel like the Knicks had the higher seed. I feel like they're going back to Indiana for game 6. So we'll see how that play out. But free Tory. That's all I can say though. In all this,
he definitely deserves a retrial. At least, the very minimum. You feel me? Whether it's a 3-day trial, whatever, however they do that stuff, he definitely deserves that. It's too many open doors right now that and too many unturned rocks for him not to get a retrial, man. You feel me?
If everybody want to save face, and if Rock Nation, Megan want to save face, Tory want to come home, just drop the gun enhancement. And he comes home off time served. If y'all really don't, if this is some big conspiracy cover up that y'all don't want to let go, drop the gun enhancement. He gets to come home. Everybody stops thinking about it so much. You know what I'm saying? That's that. Or if
they can't, baby. They can't.
Well, then they gotta let him go back to court and reprove his innocence.
He can't come home because that'd kill our whole little everything. You feel me?
She doubled down on all this too.
She doubled down
Since
on
it. That.
Yeah. Doubled down on it, got the restraining order, all the stuff, even though when he get out, with the gun enhancement on there or not, he's still getting deported. Mm-hmm. So for me, if I'm Tory, it's all or nothing. You feel me? I need to be pardoned all the way or a retrial and unconvicted so that way I can still stay in America and do my Dougie. Of course, I'll still be happy to get out and try to have my freedom anyway, but I didn't do it. That's what I'm standing on. And then for her, it's like he can't come out. She's always constantly coming up with ways and things to do to remind people and our fans that she's a victim of this supposedly getting shot in the foot and and all like that. It's a very messy situation. You gotta be careful around who the company you keep all like that. Did Tory do anything wrong? No. Sex is fun. Fun is sex. You feel me? Bop, 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 bop. Oh, you move. It's your partner. Oh, you moving like that? Hey, you feel me? That's y'all problem. And I could have said Tory could have just stood back and
should have told.
And yeah, he should have did that.
Yeah, or I just stood back.
Yeah, and but the way it was going, he probably still would have went down because they didn't gun test nobody.
I mean, black. You don't never want to be the only black man in any situation when a gun going off because somehow you're guilty. It don't matter. You could have been standing over there across the street watching, and two white people fighting the gun go off. But if you're the black man standing over there watching, somehow you're guilty and you're involved in this. Two things that we didn't touch on is the video for Tory Lanez came out of him getting poked up. Didn't really want to play that for y'all here, but
I thought he was.
I got it queued up.
Oh,
my bad. I thought it was. Oh well, okay. Yeah, I ain't got it queued up, so maybe we'll give it to him next time, but it might be old by then.
How you feel about Tory Lanez getting poked up? The video finally came out.
It was scandalous.
Do you think and then you seen people? It looked like brothers. It looked like Negroes coming up the stairs, and he supposed to be this pod boss and helping everybody out and all like this and running the pod and putting people in position. And you saw them turn right back around and walk their ass downstairs. Now I know that's how it's supposed to go.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
But if we in the same car and I'm getting poked up, right?
Yeah, you supposed to be right there.
You feel me? If I'm providing and taking care of, you feel me? 3 ways here and there. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
That's what Migo dude said too. He said he put some money on my head, so I felt like I had to get him. That was his reasoning for doing it. He said Tory was put some money on my head. That came out of the dude that stabbed him out. So he felt like I had to do something to him before he did something to me or had something done to me. He said he walked up to the door and flashed a knife on the door, and then he looked at his boys, and his boys were supposed to come over there. He thought this is my only chance, so he just rushed Tory and started stabbing him.
What, Tory boys were supposed to come over there?
Dude said he looked at his boys like he was signaling to his boys to come over there, so he rushed them and started stabbing them.
I don't know. The only part that lost me is when bro asked bro, was like, were you trying to unalive Tory? He's like, no. But then you see the video and he was
going to work on Tory.
He was trying to,
legs kicking, help me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked like a little leprechaun getting the gold.
That looked like way more than a phone check for sure. It was a vicious attack. Thank God Tory Lanez survived and that he was a small dude, man. Because if you would have had like some body mass on him, he would have been. I mean, he's already leaking like a pig. You think, but he would have been chopped up for sure. Because bro was on it. Thank God he got out that hoodie too. Yeah. So do you believe, bro? You believe that it
falls along the line of the story that Flacco told us, but
what Flacco say?
Tory was a mob boss putting hits on people.
Okay.
But I didn't believe that story about him, Tory saying something about his girl. That just don't make sense to me. It could have been pure hate, or it could have just been, it's either that pure hate, or he finally said no to somebody. And once he's, no to the friendly extortion, and once the friendly extortion stopped, it was like, oh, you ain't finna? No, you trip, bro. It's all good. You ain't even got to pay for a little blood lawyer no more. Matter of fact, you say you can't get us no more phones, man. It's looking bad, man, bro. You did a lot for us, bro. It's all good. Don't trip. Go to sleep. And it could be one of them. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, and they couldn't do it because they didn't want to it looking like it came straight from the black card. I believe bro got paid to do that. Now by who? I don't know, but
that's always a possibility.
You know what I'm saying? I think bro got paid to do that.
We are in America. You never underestimate nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why he got railroaded.
Could it be The Rock? Who knows? Could they know this new information finna come out? So let's just eliminate the problem altogether. Or could somebody in that pod that you said no to got tired of you? Like, oh, you gonna say no to us? You know what I'm saying? Or could it really have been the Mexican mob? Like, hey, he doing too much helping the black people out, get him out the way. You know what I'm saying? I believe bro got paid for that job, though, for some reason. It's either pure hate or something that got to do with money. And it's usually something along the lines of money.
Yeah, there should be some money involved. Pure hate, he still have to check in. And you feel me? We ain't finna just start a riot.
Yeah, if everything else going good, your pure hate can't just be the reason why.
You got to fucking fall back. You feel me? You got to go sweat that out, work out or something like that.
Oh yeah. On Jesus, man.
Yeah. I just feel like if Tory was on that type of time, somebody else would have went to the door and just either got it done or they would have did that. But Tory doing that, somebody would have been in his ear like, Tory, we don't do it like that. You don't flash nothing. This ain't the streets. You know, only time they see that is when you finna get down on them.
I don't believe that at all.
I don't believe that at all. You feel me? Now, him and Tory probably had some words or Tory didn't like him. That's always a possibility. Definitely the money exchange, definitely a possibility. You can see how he's getting railroaded now and all like that. And he just never underestimate nobody in America because America will go to any length. If you need some evidence, go type in something on Google, look it up. You feel me? All the greats, all the infamous people, all the famous people. Just look it up. When they told somebody no or they were in the way and people didn't want them to, needed them to be quiet. You feel me? You need to be quiet.
But it would make me think, what did Tory do that was so wrong? But let's see how this goes. We kind of...
Sorry we don't have a video for y'all, but I'm pretty sure y'all probably seen it by now. I'm definitely going to watch it again. But the only thing that was throwing me about that video was that big mirror that was in the way.
That was a mirror, okay.
Yeah, that was it. Just because I wanted to see like it's kind of like his body language. You feel me? That'll let you know a lot. Like if he raised up his shirt, because when the doors pop, you feel me? At least at a county, everybody supposed to stay inside the pod or inside, but you got the ones that'll walk the tier, you feel me, or walk around before they say, "Hey, young canals," just all that. So, Tory could have just went over there to be first on the steps to get some hot water or whatever, anything like that. But
man, I don't want to get how YouTube been playing with us lately, huh? But we definitely, if they clip this right, we'll definitely put it on a clip and put it out there, put our dialogue with it.
What?
The actual video. That's on YouTube, be on BS with us. But hey, man, we've been doing good on there too. But I couldn't see good enough. That mirror did throw it off, and I couldn't see like where everybody else. So you saying somebody just walked right past him and went downstairs? Didn't say nothing. Like,
no, people was coming upstairs when they started seeing them getting poked up, and they turned back around and walked downstairs. It looked like a couple of brothers. You feel me? Not knowing if they had any relation to Tory or anything like that, but I'm just saying,
Yeah, I mean, if it's surprised, if they thought so, if that one theory is right, somebody should have got him off him. But that is a SNY yard, so there is no real politics there. Like as far as, but people create their own stuff. I mean, it's still niggas in jail, so they gonna do whatever they gonna do. But if that was your boy, you supposed to rock with your boy. Period, point blank. You ain't supposed to let a person from a different race be able to just go to work on your boy like that.
Last but not least, have you heard anything about the yard popping back off or coming off? All right, that's all I want to say.
All right, we're gonna leave it right there.